All right, I'm being asked why I'm not covering the France thing. I just haven't had time. There's not enough time in the world to work 35, 40 hours a week, keep up with YouTube comments, keep up with messages, pay attention to my wife, my dog, my house, playing in a band. I do all and I'm thankful for every day that I get because you can't change the world, but you can change yourself. And that's what I do. And there's just not enough time in the world, sometimes. So since I've been asked, though, I will go ahead and give my opinion. You can take it or leave it of what's going on, all right? It doesn't, in my opinion, whenever these huge newsmakers, where it's covered by every news channel, there's constant updates, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that this is one big scam created by the Satan freaking worshiping, fake Jew, Masonic, rich elite cabal that run everything, all right? The name of the game is to sell the world that there is a terrorist threat, the terrorist boogeyman, and we need to come together as one to fight terrorism. Come together as a new world order, a one world order, or as the Navy likes to call themselves now, a global force for good to fight terrorism. It's all one big scam, and they want to strip away our rights and our freedoms, lock us down in a total police state under the pretense of safety. This is all tied in together. A winter wonderland of fear. U.S. cities to ban unregulated sledding. This article is about how more and more cities and states across the country are banning just the childhood fun pastime of sledding, but it's for our own safety. And this sums it up best. But we must face the possibility that the blame also lies within. Perhaps it's better to be safe than sorry, but one wonders whether we won't become sorry to have made such a fetish of staying safe. Because it is very interesting that you have supposedly these terrorist attacks created by this, or started by this cartoonist insulting Muhammad. So all these guys went around and started whacking people under the name of Muhammad, saying Allahu Akbar and all this kind of crap. But then we're told on the other side of it, we still need to be tolerant of Islam and the Muslims. Weird, right? And then Obama, our little fearless leader, says, well, we didn't even want to call this stuff Islamic terrorism. So that's pretty weird that they're so concerned of our safety, but they don't want to call a freaking spade a spade. Huh, that's pretty weird. And then this is the best right here. October 2010, France warned of Al-Qaeda threat. Al-Qaeda's offshoot in Yemen plans to target Europe, in particular France. Isn't that exactly what's happening now? Al-Qaeda from Yemen targeted and attacked in France. It's really weird that these threats, because you'll find out terrorist attack after terrorist attack after terrorist attack, there was knowledge of these things happening beforehand. That's our own intelligence services worldwide that say these things are always threatened beforehand, but they never do anything about them. So they do stupid little things. They strip us of little mundane rights and freedoms. They take away the little things, but they turn a blind eye to the big things, to the big threats. Because it's all one big scam. This thing's not working right. There we go. It's all one big scam. But that's just my opinion. And they always leave their little calling cards. I mean, you got to love this. People run around with these signs. J. Suey's Charlie. Charlie's the name of the political cartoonist who supposedly started this whole thing. Yeah? This is from Occult Science. It makes sense to me. If you take J. Suisse, this thing will work right. Sorry, just give me a second here. Got a lot of windows open. If you take J. Suisse from French and translate it to English, it says I am. And Charlie is a name associated with the enemy. So you got people running around, holding up signs, saying I am the enemy. Because that's what we are. The Satanists hate us. They want to kill us. So they design these events, and then they have people running around, falling hook, line, and sinker for it. And it's sickening because they don't know what they're doing. And as far as are people getting killed, man, I think they are, but not in the way we're being shown. I don't think it's the names. I don't think it's the people we're being shown on the news. But I know that people are being killed because they have to be. Because this whole reality is ran by a blood machine that takes literal blood to run it. That's why they need blood ritualistic sacrifices. That's why if you read in the Satanist stuff, you read your Aleister Crowley and your Albert Pike or whatever, they always dabbling in blood because they need it to fuel the machine that runs this reality. That's what your red carpet is. This is your blood. That's why the Queen loves to play with poppies and wallow around in this crap because she's sick. That's why you got people like Lady Gaga bathing in blood. They need our literal blood, our literal fuel for this blood machine to keep their little lie, to keep their little scam, to keep this bullshit reality rolling. So that's just my take on it, man. I guess we'll see. There's a lot of great channels out there covering this stuff already. That's another reason why. I mean, I can't add much else except for this. I haven't seen anybody showing this article yet. So here you go. They had absolute intelligence showing this was going to happen 3 years ago. Or actually, well, I'm sorry, no, over 4 years ago. 2015 already, I forget. So there you go. That's my take on it. Take it or leave it. Thanks, subs. I appreciate the support. I try to find time when I can, but it's hard to do. So just pay attention to other channels. You'll get the gist of it. And people break it down all the time, but it's a scam.